financially mostly, from what I see. 'Cause, it's all about, everyone wants to be a big shot, but they got to pay the price. They have to know how to handle defeat.
If I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference, almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. Let's say he comes in at 200 pounds. It's still a 65-pound weight advantage, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Into that.
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's...
Mike Tyson has once again made headlines after brutally shutting down Jake Paul's bold claim that he could beat Gervonta Tank Davis.
Now, my personal opinion is, for the people talking, I don't think any of y'all have ever seen $100 million. Number two, boxing, it's a gladiator sport. It's very demanding on the body, on the mind. It puts you in a zone where you connected to that and that only. And again, Tank is a family man. He's a businessman. He's a brand. I'm pretty sure boxing is not his life 24/7. He got other things to worry about. And also, like, athletes are people. They have families. They want to travel. They want to...
And I really want to see someone knock the out of Jake Paul at this point, because of the fact that I respect Jake Paul as a boxer, because even though I think half of his fights, not saying they're staged, but I can definitely see a clause here and there. And really why I think why people are hating on this as well, especially other boxers, is you're just mad they didn't choose you. Tank Davis is entertaining. That's what it is. He's the bigger name. He's one of the biggest names in sports right now.
And Jake Paul actually is a decent fighter.
With the former heavyweight champion blasting the YouTuber turned boxer,
Tank is not the guy that knows how to sell a fight. Tank cannot sell a fight in his own division. You have the Paul brothers and they come over to boxing. Their idea from day one is we don't have the skills or the experience. What we're gonna do is we'll take on the absolute best guys, but they're gonna spot us some pounds. Tank has one job to do, that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I am an abundance of and of which you have none of. Tank is telling anybody that will listen that there's a size problem. My skills and my experience in boxing, I do not have to wonder who's in the bar tonight. Any bar I go to, I rule the bar. No, it turns out that you don't. Just need some big guy to corner you, apparently. Boxing has never stood its ground. Boxing has never been able to explain why Floyd needed a half hour to get rid of a guy who's never boxed before. Tank Davis has already began this. When you choose a dum-dum, don't be surprised when he goes out and acts like a dum-dum.
for what he called delusional confidence and warning him about the dangerous reality of facing an elite fighter like Davis, who is widely regarded as one of the most explosive knockout artists in the sport today.
He's going to fight fucking Gervonta Davis. It's like when you
Who do you got?
You guys need to fight guys your fucking same size. When you fought Floyd, you are massive. Floyd's tiny. And I'm sure when you were training, you're like, all right, I'm going to hit this guy with a couple punches and grab him, tie him up. And he did hit you with a fucking bomb of an overhand right one time. And you fucking ate it. You ate that punch. And Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than fucking Floyd. But he's too small.
Tyson, known for his no-nonsense takes on boxing, dismissed Paul's statement during an interview by reminding him that Davis has been dismantling seasoned professionals with frightening ease.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna do Jake Paul.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think
he's just too small.
It just I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think of the fight?
I don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually.
You think
I'm
it's
not
a good
hating
fight?
on the fight, but my thoughts on it is let's watch it and see what happens.
Ryan Garcia said that boxing is turning into WWE.
Yeah,
with that type of matchup. What do you agree? Last thing, White House card, like he said, you want Conor McGregor?
Yeah, but the whole thing's on WWE, so
right.
It's like, at least that's happening and it's getting something to talk about, something to watch, and I'm looking forward to that fight actually.
Pointing out that Tank's blend of speed, timing, and devastating power is on a level that Paul hasn't even come close to experiencing inside the ring.
95 pounds for this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds. The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds, and when Tank and Jake enter the squared circle to go to battle, they will be wearing 12-ounce gloves. Sitting ringside will be 3 commission-approved world-class professional judges that will score every round to ensure there's a decisive outcome for the fight if it goes the distance. And both men are enrolled in the highest level of testing with USADA. So Tank, Jake, thank you for doing this. Thank you for giving boxing another massive moment, headlined by yourselves, featuring multiple world title fights. But come Friday, November 14th, only one of you will have your hand raised and walk away with the W. The question is, will it be a W rendered by 3 judges or a W by stoppage? May the best fighter win. Thank you.
And he further added that while Jake has improved since his days of fighting ex-MMA fighters and influencers, stepping up against someone like Davis would be career-ending.
When you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on? That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I'll weigh. And the handcuffs too. Huh? What are you talking about, fam? That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. Thank you. That hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
If I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that? But P. Diddy, when things got like that, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. No.
Okay.
Saying bluntly that Paul would get destroyed and knocked out quickly. Tyson's criticism comes at a time when Jake has been loudly positioning himself for big-name fights after his upcoming clash.
Holy shit, Jake Paul versus Tank Davis is actually happening. What the is going on? I guess Tank is going broke because that's the only justifiable reason you ruin your legacy against a guy like Jake Paul. And yes, I do think Jake Paul is going to win. Tank Davis is a much better boxer and has crazy power, but he's 5'5", 130. That power is not going to carry over against someone who is 6'1", 210. And it's not like Jake is bad. Yes, his fights are boring. He says he's going to step in the ring and sleep his opponents, but the only people who end up sleeping are the audience. Mike Tyson fight. But at the end of the day, he's a big guy with power who's training boxing full time, and he has beaten some legitimate competition. Woodley, Nate Diaz, Anderson Silva, Mike Perry had a competitive fight with Tommy Fury. But it's crazy how particular Jake has to be when selecting his opponents. They have to have enough clout to be interesting, enough skill to be taken seriously as a threat, but at the same time have clear weaknesses and disadvantages that Jake and his team can exploit to win. Now that he's fighting an elite boxer, he has to fight someone 7 weight classes down. I mean, Tank could win if he makes Jake do a very aggressive weight cut, but I just don't see that happening. I got Jake by 3rd round TKO. He should put me on the co-main event and allow me to fight Francis Ngannou. That would be an easy first round knockout for myself.
With Gervonta continues to generate buzz, and many feel his constant trash talk is designed more for headlines than for any realistic matchup. Still, Tyson's words carry weight in the boxing world, and his warning reflects what most pros and analysts have been saying.
Beat your ass, and I'm gonna beat Jay on love ass. And my mama gonna beat both your ass. And my mama. And he laughing. You know, he laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything, you know what I'm talking about. Let anything. No, I don't have to say it right now.
I don't understand that.
Don't worry about it. I don't got to say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'm going to show you and him back.
It begs the question, Tank. It begs the question, Tank. How was your training for him? I mean, now you're fighting a bigger guy. Obviously, this is like.
This is happening, and you're about to get into the ring with Jake Paul.
I'm definitely excited. You know,
I think it's going to be good. You know, he been in the gym and he been boxing for a little minute now, so he been taking it serious. So we just got to see what he bring come when we fighting.
November 14th.
Yeah, November.
He's stupid as fuck.
That Jake lacks the experience, defensive awareness, and fight IQ to survive against a polished champion like Tank.
Oh, I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
That sounds like an excuse to me. People, Jake always gets a hard time, for not fighting the best and top guys. And here he is fighting a current world champion, a pound for pound guy, and obviously showing he's take on all comers.
Pound for pound guy. I don't think that neither one of them are going to prove anything. I think that it's going to be an exhibition. So, and being that it's an exhibition, that means that nothing's going to happen anyway. It's different if it was a fight in which somebody's going to win. It's different. I mean, it's like it's one of those situations where it just doesn't make sense to anybody that's a real boxing fan. It doesn't make sense at all.
What do you make of Tank versus Gervonta?
It's a joke. It's a joke, Yeah, it's a joke. It's gonna be like Mike Tyson. It's gonna be a sparring match, and after they're gonna just steal everybody's money. Same
Are you
thing.
gonna watch it?
No.
Let alone win. Fans on social media quickly reacted to Tyson's takedown, with many agreeing that Paul is biting off more than he can chew.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
While others credited him for at least having the courage to call out such dangerous opponents, though Tyson stressed that courage without skill is a recipe for disaster.
Maybe he'll fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it because at the end of the day, it's the money business, and you want to make the most money. But from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me. And if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
there's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
Yeah.
Jake is big. Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, I mean, Lamont Roach performed great. They went to draw, and, I just don't know. And Tank walked away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100 pounds.
Moreover, the former heavyweight king reminded everyone that boxing isn't just about training hard or selling pay-per-views.
No, they'll never give me credit until I have the world championship belt, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. But belts collect dust, and what I've done in the sport is unprecedented. Never will be replicated, and done it in such a short amount of time, just getting warmed up. They're not going to give me credit, but I don't need the credit from these bozos, to be honest. The credit's in my bank account.
It's crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions, and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
It's about surviving against men who have dedicated their entire lives to perfecting their craft. And Tank Davis is a prime example of that level of mastery, which makes the matchup completely unrealistic in his eyes. In the end, Tyson's fiery comments have only added more fuel to the growing tension surrounding Jake Paul's ambitions in boxing, leaving fans wondering if Paul will back down or double down on his bold statements. But one thing is clear. In Tyson's view, Jake has no chance against Tank, and stepping into that ring would be nothing short of a brutal wake-up call.